Okay, welcome back. I hope you did the exercise, and I'm just going to give you a example of breaking down the story of Dogman, and this one is a super funny story, very wacky, but I just want to show you how you can apply this framework to see where the key pieces of the elements of story are. So, characters in place. In the very beginning, you see the chief come in, and he's looking at these two lazy guys laying on the couch, Officer Knight and Greg, the dog, and the chief yells at him, "Hey, what are you guys doing? You guys are the worst cops ever." So we're setting up the story by saying, what's the problem? Well, these two guys are kind of not very good cops, and the chief is yelling at them. All right, so then we introduce Petey, who's the evil cat, and his sidekick, who says, "Are you worried um, about the two cops?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "But what if they work together? Then they could be a foe." And then he's like, "Oh, you're right." And so Petey makes a plan, and he has a bomb. So that's the hook, right? It's like, what is he going to do with the bomb? And so when you turn the page, kablooey! So you can see here that Officer Knight and the dog are all blown up. Greg the dog is blown up, right? And they're basically in the hospital, and they can't do anything. So sad. And so that's the beginning. But what happens next? Well, what happens next is that we make Dogman. We combine the two. What a crazy, funny idea, right? And Greg the Knight and his sidekick are no more, right? They are now one. And Petey is now upset. He says, "What? Rats! I unwillingly created the greatest cop ever." But he has a new plan, right? And he creates a vacuum creature, and he goes to attack Dogman, right? And so this is all the middle of the story where he's attacking Dogman with his new invention. And how do we solve the problem? Well, we solve the problem by the vacuum going underneath water, and it's sucking up all the water, and it blows up, and Petey gets washed away. And Dogman rescues him and returns him, and he returns him to the cops as well to the chief, and everyone basically is happy because Petey is now captured, and Dogman is a hero. So Dogman went from being the worst cop ever to being the hero. And so we end with a happy ending. And so we resolved the main problem, right? The main problem in the very beginning was that Dogman, or Officer Knight, and the dog and Greg the dog were the worst cops. But by the end, together, they became Dogman. So that's the end. Okay, so your assignment is to do a to do a favorite master study and post it in Facebook, in our Facebook group, and then use the post-it ideas to come up with story ideas and post them as well. And we will select one lucky winner to get a free copy of Mix. Okay, so the next the next day of camp is drawing camp. So we'll see you there.